Hi there, welcome. It's Mark here. I have a explainer video. It's going to run probably 35, 40 minutes or so. And I want to show you how to create an engaging, high converting lead generation form. And it's the new reality. And that said, 98% of visitors who come to your home site, your homepage, leave without doing anything. And 81% that were surveyed said that they would not complete a lead generation form. And so those are startling statistics that as a business owner or a marketer, you want to make sure that you deal with. That said, of those surveyed, 91% said that if they were engaging with a brand or a business and were offered the opportunity to engage through interactive content, such as interactive lead generation form, such as a calculator, a quiz, a survey, a poll, a chatbot, things of that nature, they would engage. So the reason for this training video is to show you step by step how you can dip your toe into the interactive marketing and interactive content world by starting out and testing a interactive lead generation form. So I'm on a site, which could be anyone's site in any vertical, in any industry, in any business out there that has a lead generation form. In this case, it's a free home evaluation on a real estate website. It could be a free downloadable ebook, a report, a how-to video, anything that as a lead magnet you feel that your ideal people would want to see, which will increase the engagement. First of all, second of all, it will start adding to your email list so that you continue to nurture. And that's the point of lead generation, because without leads you have no opportunity to sell, and if you have no opportunity to sell, you make no sales and you're out of business very soon. Interactive content, though, arrests your ideal clients, and by so doing gives the personalization of information that people are looking for, frankly. So if you are the one that is going to be delivering that, you are the one that's going to generate the leads and sales, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? So enjoy the video. Again, getting back to the lead generation form is very, very typical. As I said, irrespective of any industry, many are shorter, not asking as much information outside, right out of the box. But still, there is a hesitancy for the consumers today, because they value their time, and they also value their inbox, and they know the game. So we need to change up things to entice people and to delight people, and to give them personalized information that they want. For example, here is a lead generation form in the new style that I've just been talking about. What if something like this popped up on your website? And again, this can be delivered through your hello bar, which, as you know, would be at the top of your homepage and on any further screens on your site. This could be delivered as a introduction pop-up, so that after your ideal people have been watching for and engaged with your website for 10 or 15 seconds, this could be pop-up, offering up your lead magnet. It can be a pop-up on exit, because frankly, you've got 8 seconds to arrest people's attention on your site before they leave. So as a business owner, that's important to keep in mind. Additionally, because these type of interactive lead generation forms can also come with clickable links. All you'd have to do is take a screenshot of your lead generation um, images and hook it up with your clickable link, and again, making a clickable image that would be again shareable on your blog, on your website, in other areas. For example, in the middle of an article, why not give the call to action for your lead generation magnet, where people could click the image and immediately start engaging with you, your brand, your interactive lead gen form, and it's a win-win. Additionally, something like this can be easily um, uh, put on any of your social platforms as well. Which again, as a lead magnet, if you want to draw people into your world, that's where you should be offering what it is that you're offering. But this will be in a much more engaged and meaningful way. For example, I'll just go through this quickly. So in this case, 9 top tips for creating high converting interactive lead generation forms, and I'm going to be showing you how to make this. I'll be going into the back office of the platform that I use. I just want to give you a quick run through here so that you have an understanding of what we're talking about. With the personalized button, let's get started. So a person just has to click that. And by the way, I skipped over the pre-introduction video as opposed to just a static image. As you know, video is a great conversion. So that was just a short 30-second intro to some facts and figures, and again, giving people the reasons why they should start interacting, and to ultimately get to my 9 top tips for high converting lead generation forms. So the first screen says, let's get acquainted. I'm Mark and you are. So a person just types in their name. I'll just type in Mark. And we'll just wait for a moment for it to populate. Okay, there we go. So then just click the button. Okay. So nice to meet you, Mark. Now see how that's personalized? I'll show you how to do this in the back office in just a minute. I mean, how much more engaging is this immediately? It's a conversation, albeit automated, but people will appreciate the the additional what's the word I'm looking for? The additional thought, to detail and utilizing, current technology. So tell me, how would you characterize the nature of your current content? Of course, because I'm in the world of interactive content, it's important for me to know. And again, as a business owner, think of the questions that you are asked all the time that you could put into a short conversational flow like this. So let's say at the moment, it's all passive content. Okay, and what's the main goal that you want to achieve with your current content? Well, let's say sales. Okay, I should say that all this is getting recorded in the back office, that as soon as the short survey is completed, you get email notification of this. It can go directly into your contact management system as well, and of course shortly, because you'll see where we get the email address, you'll have the opportunity to welcome them through your email autoresponder and continue the the lead nurturing from there. And again, any answers to the questions will further allow you to segment your audience for, again, much more specific and personalized engagement through your emails, because then what the individual really is all about, because you've drilled down and you've got the information. How effective would you say your current content is at achieving your stated goals of get sales? You see how this is personalized? They already told me moments ago that getting sales was their number one pain point, or the reason that they were utilizing the content that they were putting out. And now I've just come back and included this in the conversation. I mean, how cool is that? So again, you can have many ways to have people, rate or interact with your interactive lead generation form here, and I'll show you that again in the video just a few minutes from now. So from effective, 1 being not to 10 being very, with something in the middle. So we'll go with 5, somewhat. Now rate the following content marketing statements. Okay, well, what are the statements? See how seamless, how frictionless, how personalized this is. Okay. And the beauty of this, again, too, it's totally responsive for mobile. And the reason I like using, scales and, just, clickable numbers is that, nobody wants to type in information, but I can still get the same level of quality information, again, by just giving people an easy way to engage and interact. So I have the time to learn how and to create interactive content. If a person doesn't, they would say, I disagree with that because I don't have the time. So for me, this is starting to look like, the possibility of a decent lead, someone that, I could partner with and help. I do have a budget to create interactive content, yes or no, I perhaps should have included. So we'll say yes. So a person understands the importance of interactive content, and they do have a budget, which is good. So we'll just click on agree, and just wait for that to pop up the next, there we go. I do have executive buy-in to prioritize interactive content. So as a business owner, entrepreneur, depending on your business, you may have different levels of executives to go through before you get a yes. So you want to know if at the highest level you do have executive buy-in for this, yes or no. So let's say that this individual does. So this would make it a hot prospect. Because at some point all the top brass are on board, understand, and they're just perhaps looking for someone to take them to the next step. And so once that gets okay, good. So here we go. Thanks for that, Mark. See how cool is that? Now, where should we send our 9 tips for effective interactive forums? See, this is a natural place for this type of question, rather than immediately out the gate. And think of this as dating. Frankly, you have to be careful and start to get to know the person, to know, like, and trust, before you can hit them with the bigger questions. So we've ascertained the individual's name, personalized for that. We've also personalized what their pain point was, that they're looking for more sales, and we've included that in our flow. And now we're going to be offering up the lead magnet, which started this whole conversation, as you'll recall. And just click OK with that. And what I like to do as a last step is, again, just thanking people. Awesome. Thanks for sharing your thoughts with us here today. Now, let's do this. Cheers, Mark, over and out. So they know this is the last step, but I'd like to include a short video, again, which just underscores the value of interactive content, and it's just a nice impression to leave people before they go, and before they hit let's do this, which then will direct them to a blog article on my business site, successonthefly.com. Again, it's a great opportunity for them to continue understanding and me being able to continue, the education process of people who are, sincerely interested in learning more of how they can stitch interactive um, content and the value of doing so into their existing business to increase by 2 to 3 times the current on-site lead generation and conversion they would have, traditionally been getting. Um, so and there are other things that one can include. I could have included a very short image on a recent client testimonial, or I could even at this point include a video link that would play right here on a recent win, with a client testimonial, which is again very good for creating even a stronger sense of trust that these people know what they're talking about. And so that's what it looks like on the front end, if you will. And just again, just take a moment to think how this compares to what we just saw originally as the long questionnaire lead generation form that is so prevalent on so many sites. I mean, how much more engaging is this, and how much more interesting is this, and how more readily will people then complete the lead generation form in this case. With interactive content, it doesn't have to be a lead generation form. It could have been a quiz, it could have been a calculator, it could have been a survey, it could have been an assessment. This is an assessment of sorts as well, assessing a person's profile to the products and services that we have to offer. So I want you to start thinking outside of the current box that you're in, because the lead generation forms that most sites use, have been around for 20 plus years. Consumers have advanced. They're much more demanding, and they don't have a lot of time to answer questions, especially when they seem more self-serving, more towards the business than for themselves. Getting back to my previous comments on calculators and quizzes, again, these can all be built within the back office here of Typeform. So you just need to go to typeform.com, open up a free account, and start playing with it. Now, because this, I think I'll just carry on here. Instead of breaking up the video. So I'm going to go now to the back office of Typeform and show you now how you can put something like this together. So stay with me. Okay, we're back. We are back, literally, in the back office of Typeform. Typeform.com, you can go open up a free account. They are an awesome platform, internationally recognized for creating delightful, interactive conversational forms. Calculators, quizzes, polls, surveys. You'll get a lot of mileage out of Typeform, and you can certainly upgrade to a paid account, which gives you even more options, and that runs about $40 US a month, which again is negligible to a business that is really looking to have a unfair advantage over their competition, which is what interactive marketing will accomplish for you. So I'm just going to click New Typeform, and that will bring up a screen that will allow us to to do some work, and I'm going to show you how to put together a very simple lead generation form as I've run through with you just moments ago. Okay, so I'm going to click Start from Scratch. There are great templates that you can use from. As you can see here, personality quizzes, job application forms, satisfaction surveys, product feedback surveys. So there's a lot to choose from. They can get you out of the gate very quickly. But I'm going to start from scratch here. Okay, and hope you're enjoying the video thus far and learning in my learn out loud fashion here. Okay, so I'm going to just call this new screen test as soon as it finishes populating. Again, this is just one of the accounts that I have. It's a free account, and I just wanted to utilize it here so you can see for yourself how it would look for you. Okay, and I might be pausing as the video continues, just depending on internet connectivity and speed here. Looks like things are a little slow, but we'll try to carry on. Maybe I'll just pause it and be back in a moment here. Okay, so we're in the back office in the first screen now to create a new Typeform interactive form. And so up on the top left, just click Ask Your First Question, and that will pop up here momentarily. And just waiting for it. Okay, there we come. So let's start with the welcome screen. So just click welcome screen, and here we are. And so for the I always have the question and answers already in a text document, so I'm just going to copy and paste just to make things flow quicker here for us. So it'll be just getting our 9 top tips. So the welcome message I'm just copying and pasting that in. Will be get our 9 top tips. Okay, and you'll see that populating here on the right hand side. Now instead of just a still image, I would always encourage a short introduction video. So make sure you have a YouTube link or some video link that you can add in place of an image for your welcome screen. And for that, we are going to go over, let me see here now. Yeah, so what we did is I just clicked the wrench and up popped the question settings, and where it's indicated as video, just click add, and now a new window should pop up where I can add the video link, which in this case is a YouTube link. Okay, we're in the image screen, which is what I don't want. There's but seeing as we're here, you can have access to royalty-free images, or you can upload your own if you wish. Anyway, I want to get out of images because we don't want images. We want video. Come on, video. There we go. And we'll just drop the link in there. Okay, just paste it in there. And you can determine the size of the video as it appears. So I'm happy with that, 60%. So I'm good with that. While we're in this area, you can personalize the clickable button to start your interactive experience. I always like things like let's get started. So I'm just copying and pasting that instead of start, which is too generic. Let's personalize it because that's what we're all about. And every opportunity you have to make things more personal, or the indication of things more personal, to encourage your visitor, um, you know, into the journey that you want them to come into. Uh, by all means, do. So here we go. So there's the 30-second video. Get our 9 top tips for creating high converting interactive lead generation forms fast. So let's get started. Is a great way to motivate people to next step. All right, so next step is add new question. Just click on that and wait for that to populate. And there we are. Okay, so I will, next question is just going to be a simple, basically a statement. You have a lot of options, as you can see, which we will get to in a minute. But let's go with the statement. Okay, and so I'll just paste that in there, which is, let's get acquainted. I'm Mark, and you are. Okay. Okay, instead of the statement, we're going to be going to the short text because we need the visitor's input. So that's where they would type their answer in there. Okay, so we are good with that. All right, following on to the next question, just click Add New Question. And now this one will be a multiple choice. I know that in advance because we're going to ask them what industry that they're in. So we'll just click multiple choice because we will create the choices that we will have available. And so I'm going to drop in my question here. So nice to meet you, blank. So tell me, what industry do you work in? Okay, now before I create the multiple choice, in place of blank, because we already know the individual's name, we are going to go over to the to where it says recall information here on the left. Again, any of the question settings can be accessed by the wrench here within the window. So we want to recall information that has already been provided. So in this case, we want to get the information from question 1, which would have been the visitor's name. Okay, so we just add recall, and we just click Let's Get Acquainted, because that will then populate in my instance. My name will be here. You know, if you're Bob, it'll be nice to meet you, Bob. If you're Mary, it'll be nice to meet you, Mary. Okay, so tell me, what industry do you work in? All right, so I've just copied the choices that I have, and I'm going to paste them in under where it says choice here in the question screen. And I guess that didn't work. I guess I have to type them in. So we'll just say marketing, should be choice number 1. And come on, populate. Things are slow on the internet today. Okay, there we go. Now we could add the other industries, obviously. One thing I want to bring to your attention that is important, though, in when you add other, we should always add an other, because you never know, all the industries, and someone's always going to have some industry that they're in that you would not have thought of. So for the other option here, where you can see in the question settings, click on, and what that will do is that will make the other choice into a interactive section, so that they can actually click on it and type in the industry that they're in. Okay, so we're good to go on that. Okay, so next question, just click the plus sign, and with this one we will again utilize multiple choice, and I'm going to include an image here so you can see how that works, and just wait for it to populate. Okay, so it's populated. What type of interactive content are you currently using? Indicate all that apply. So I can include as choice one might be calculator. My other choices could be quiz, assessment, poll, survey, etc. So there'd be a number that I can include in my multiple choice options. Okay, so there's that. At this point, I'm going to include an image of a client testimonial. May not be the most appropriate spot, obviously not, but I'm just doing this in the just because of time constraints, just to show how this could work and how you could make it work for you as well. So we will, I'll just upload it from my desktop. Okay, so the image is uploaded, and so it's just a very nice testimonial that if you've got these, I would certainly include either a straight image or even a video link to a client testimonial where it makes sense within your question flow. Okay, so I will, and then of course you can determine where you want the image to actually appear in relation to the questions that you have. So I don't necessarily want it to appear before my multiple choice questions immediately, so I'll split that out so it can appear on the side. Okay, and it'll be there momentarily. The internet is slow today. That's what I guess Friday afternoons are like on the digital highway. So it's just populating on the right hand side there, and it's the print is fairly large, so I can scale that back, but that's easy done. So let's go back to our flow. Okay, so we're back, and the new question, which I'll just wrap up right now, will be asking for their email address, again in the interests of time, so we'll just click that, and the helpful screen pops up as far as question type, and I will just click email. Again, with question types, you can play around with different options. The simple yes no, things like that. So I'll just copy and paste what I've already got, and I will again personalize this. You don't want to over personalize, but because we already have the client's name, it's nice to make note of that before you leave, and certainly while asking for someone's email address. It's just professional thing to do. Okay, so I will, thanks for that. I want to put mark, so I'll just click question settings, which is the wrench again, and we want to remember recall information, so we will just add. And remember, it was question 1 where we asked and got the individual's first name, so we will click that. Okay, and we can clean this up, make it prettier. The underscore in your right screen actually shows where the personalization will occur. Okay, now where should we send our 9 tips? So a person just enters in their email address there, because we have noted that this question needs to pick up an email address. Okay. Okay, and so that's done, and so the last opportunity to interact in our case is just going to be a statement. Thanks for sharing your thoughts with us here today. Here's a short vid before you hit the Let's Go button. So as you can see over here, instead of the submit, I want to change that first of all to Let's Go, which is button text over here under question settings. Okay, and we'll just take care of that right now. Again, personalize as much as you can. And I've indicated what the next step is, because again, you want to make sure that you give your ideal clients the confidence in what the next step will be and what it will do for them, because you want full completion. If your form is not submitted, you don't get all the information that they have inputted, and additionally, they don't get your lead magnet, which is not what the point is all about. Okay, and the last thing that we want to do is we want to just add our video link into the question settings, because we've promised that, and so we will be doing that as soon as, again, the screen populates. Click video, pop in the link. Okay, we're good. Click continue. And that will auto-populate. And then lastly, just hit apply, as long as you're happy with the placement, which I am. The nice thing about Typeform is that you can view the form that you're creating either on desktop view or mobile view, and I'd suggest you familiarize yourself with both, because mobile is definitely where you're going to be attracting most of your ideal people. And that's it. Okay, this was not my best how-to video, but at least it's out there, and I know that you'll be able to get some good traction from this, and enough to get you going, enough to get you dangerous. It's all about testing, though, and if you find that one of the questions is a bit of a log jam, and people are not continuing to complete your interactive lead generation form, reword it or take it out, put it towards the end. It might be too much of an ask too soon. Again, as far as connections and shares and results, great back office data to see the number of individuals who are taking your assessment, your poll, your survey, your lead generation magnet. You already will know, because you're always alerted via email, that someone has just completed your form. And again, all the results of whatever they have noted are in that email. Additionally, these results can go to a Google Docs, to your contact management system. Very easy way to set up that back end as far as to preserve and save your results in the leads. It's very straightforward to set up. Again, the different share options are clickable link, as I had said at the early outset of the video, where you would just need to take a screenshot and make sure that it's clickable to the start of your lead generation form that you can add anywhere on your social media platforms. There's the welcome message, as we saw earlier and as we created, and you can use this as a pop-up, an exit pop. You can use the clickable link in a hello bar. You can insert it in your articles, blog posts, to stop and engage your ideal people, so that you can get your valuable lead magnet in their hands, and in turn you will be getting their name and email address for your marketing purposes. And believe me, folks, this type of interactivity, this type of lead generation, this type of interactive form, you'll see easily 2 to 3 times more conversions into leads and sales than what you've got going. There's no doubt about that. Additionally, you can run paid traffic to something like this. There's multiple uses and multiple things that you can do. I've barely scratched the surface, but as I said, it's enough to get you going. It's something that I hope that you test out. Certainly happy to answer any questions that you might have, help you through, so that you can get going on this as soon as possible, getting it out in the real world and seeing some real results. Delighted to share any best practices and tips to get you going quickly. I can always be found at successonthefly.com, and hopefully there's a link below here somewhere that you could click if you wanted to book a pitch-free half-hour chat on our online calendar. Happy always to talk with anyone who's serious about getting better at what they do. And we have the simple tools, and we have the the psychology that can be very useful in making these tools magical. One last thing. Once you have done your interactive form, hit publish. That's really important. And on that note, Mark Huber, Vancouver, Canada, successonthefly.com, wishing you all the very best of